Hello and good evening. I have decided to make a video about vehicles that you could get in the Chicago area to get you started on the Lyft Lux platform. This video is going to strictly be based on the bare bones slash entry level tier list, which for me is going to be the minimum year is 2017. No more than 45,000 miles, and absolutely no to any cars on Carvana because half the time you're buying a car without them even having a title. Um, just stay away from Carvana. Anyways, to get started, I already have a list here. I'm just going to go over the vehicles that I've seen. Right away, the first vehicle on the list, not surprising, is a GMC Acadia. Um, I'm not sure why this vehicle qualifies for Lux, but it does. So if you're just looking for the bare bones minimum entry, there are plenty of GNC Acadias for 30K and under, even 25K and under. But I promise you, there are plenty of other vehicles out there that are better than this. But if you're just going for the absolute cheapest, the GMC Acadia is on that list. Next up, we have a BMW 3 Series. Kind of surprising that a vehicle like this is so low on the list, but it is at 22,000, and looks fairly good. Black leather interior, and I think you can actually use this for Lux Black. But we're not going to get into Lux Black. We're just looking bare bones minimum Lyft Lux entry tier list. This vehicle looks really clean. You know, for 22,000, you're getting a hell of a machine. It's twin turbo. This thing is definitely a steal. Um, Definitely would recommend if you can get one at this price range. Next up, we have a Lincoln MKC at 24,000. Now, this is one of those vehicles where it's kind of a up to you kind of flavor thing. Um, to me, it's I don't think it looks the greatest. There are a lot of livery drivers out there that use MKCs, so it must be good enough for them. Um, but in my personal opinion, I think that there are better vehicles out there. But you know, that's just my opinion. Looking at the pure facts of the vehicle, it's got plenty of space for luggage. It's and it's got a good amount of third row seating. So, opinions aside, this vehicle is actually, a rather good choice. But it's at 24,000. Next vehicle is going to be the Lincoln Continental, which I was actually very surprised about this. This is why, um, you do car shopping and you kind of just see what's being thrown out there. This, I have no idea why it's at 25,000. This is easily a $30,000 to $35,000 vehicle. This is one of those vehicles where if you see it at this price, buy it. Um, Honestly, out of all the vehicles I'm about to show you on this list, I would place this in the top three, top four for sure. This is definitely one of those vehicles where you're going to get a lot of compliments. It looks good. It's got plenty of space. It's going to do everything you need it to do. Um, and the interior just looks absolutely amazing. This thing is a for sure a chauffeur level vehicle. It's got everything you need. It's got the space. It's got the interior looks. It looks really good. Um, You know, if I was shopping in this vehicle, it'd definitely be a vehicle that I would consider in the entry range if I was just starting to get into Lux. In fact, I'm going to mark that for a secondary review after I finish going through all the vehicles I see on this list. I'm actually going to say keep that tab open as well. Next one I see on the list is going to be a Cadillac XTS. Again, another shocker. Um, Another high quality, excellent looking vehicle. Um, very comparable to the Lincoln Continental. It's pretty much the equivalent of a Lincoln Continental. It's got the roof. It's got a nice looking interior. Um, you know, you're not gonna have any issues getting compliments to this vehicle. It will get the job done. Um, I'm also putting this in my top four list as well. So the next vehicle we have on the list is a Buick LaCrosse. Now, I mean, honestly, like opinions aside, this vehicle is just trash. If you had to choose between this or a BMW 3 Series or a Lincoln Continental or a Cadillac STS, don't go with this. It's nobody likes Buicks. I pretty much put it at the bottom of the Lux list, just like a GMC Acadia. Um, it just barely qualifies. Again, this is just market dependent. Maybe there's other markets where the price is different, where this is actually, in the 20 to 30K range, this might actually be one of the best vehicles you can get. But, yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Next vehicle is the Infiniti QX60. Now, this is going to be the first vehicle on the list that would, I believe, actually qualifies for Excel as well, because it's got the third row. Let me just verify here real quick. I believe the QX60 has a third row. Yes, this vehicle does have a third row. So, as far as diversity goes, this is the vehicle to go for. If you want to be diverse and do more of a full-time job, and drive during times when Lux is not available, because Lux is not going to ping all the time. And the key to this game is diversity. So that being said, as far as diversity goes, I would definitely recommend this vehicle for diversity purposes only. The interior is pretty trash in my opinion. But again, you're not getting the vehicle for the looks per se. You're getting the vehicle for the pure fact that it has 7 seats, and it allows you to be able to diversify yourself more than just looks. So if diversification is going to be the way to go, this is definitely the vehicle for you. But again, this pro purpose of the vehicle is Lux and Lux only. I will make other videos that will go more into depth into other vehicles that will focus more importantly on diversity. The next vehicle on the list is a Lincoln MKZ. Right? Yeah, Lincoln MKZ. So it doesn't look. Let's go to the second page here. Yes. Now, again, this is one of those vehicles that's kind of like, whoa, what is this doing under 30K? Sometimes the market is weird and it does weird things, and just like that, this vehicle is one of those vehicles where if you see it, just definitely grab it. Um, what can I say? It looks excellent. I mean, um, yeah, I mean, I really have no complaints about this vehicle. In fact, I'm gonna put it on my list for further review, so that we could kind of go down and ultimately say which, if I was looking in the market for a vehicle, which one would I select. So next on the list is the Volvo XC60. Where is it on here? So yeah, this is um again, I would put this vehicle on the bottom of the list, right next to the GMC Acadia. Um, the interior looks complete trash. I would highly recommend not getting this vehicle. There are other vehicles that are priced less or priced in the same range of 27,000 that will look better and give you more compliments, and better looking and more compliments equals more tips. So I'd stay away from this vehicle. Next on the list is the Lincoln MKX. Now, this doesn't have very many pictures, so let's actually Google search this. Let's see. So basically, this is, I would say it's the equivalent of a Lincoln Continental, but more of an SUV size. So, I would definitely say if you're more of an SUV person, this would definitely be the go-to vehicle. But as far as looks overall goes, I just wouldn't recommend it. Um, but taste aside, I would put it in the middle of the tier list. Definitely wouldn't be a vehicle in my top five though. Next, we got the Cadillac XT5, which again is another surprise that I was not expecting. Let's see, where is it? Now this is just, again, this is another one of those gem vehicles that's like, whoa, what is this doing here? Um, yeah, if you're looking for an SUV style vehicle for Lux, this is definitely probably the vehicle to get right here. Like, just no, don't look any further. I mean, the interior looks fine. Um, as far as damage concerned, I don't see anything that stands out easily. I mean, honestly, just for I'm not gonna put this on my own personal top five list, but if you're more of a fan of an SUV, then this would definitely be the one that you should get. And then we have next the Cadillac CTS. One of those vehicles is like, whoa, what is this doing here? This should not be on this list. This is most definitely a shocker. Looks great. Sedans are definitely the way to go, in my opinion, for Lux level. If you can get your hands on one at a good price, and this is one of those vehicles that's at a good price, 28,000. Definitely a vehicle that I'm gonna put in for a final review selection. After that, we have the Mercedes GLC 300. Another shocker, honestly. Minority sponsors. Where is it? Here we go. Yeah, this is the first Mercedes on this list. Definitely a shocker. So if you are a Mercedes fan person, easily get this vehicle. I mean, just look at this interior. It's absolutely amazing. For a vehicle in the bare bones tier. In fact, I'm actually going to put this in the final review. I didn't actually think I was going to do it, but I'm going to change my mind. We're going to add it to the list for final selection. Now, this one is, honestly, I was shocked when I saw this one. We're going to scroll down to it until I see it. Where is it? ...2019 Maserati. Never mind. Rebuild title. Never mind. We're gonna remove that Maserati off this list. You can't even use rebuilt vehicles. Or you're not supposed to be using rebuilt vehicles on the list, so we're just gonna go ahead and remove that off the bare bones tier. Anyways, next vehicle is gonna be a Audi Q5. Where is it at? Now I have an Audi Q7, and even with that being said, as far as the bare bones tier goes, if you are an Audi, fan person, you know, definitely a good vehicle to use. I mean, it looks good, and it does the job. It pretty much just has the same interior as my Audi. It looks the same. It's just mine has a third row. Um, I the interior looks fantastic, but the exterior is kind of subpar. Um, so that's the reason. That's the only reason why I'm not putting this on my final vehicle list. The interior looks absolutely amazing. I just don't like the exterior. Um, okay, so next on the list is a Buick Enclave. Now, again, this is going to be one of those vehicles that is going to be on a further video review for diversity. This is one of those vehicles that you would get if you're looking to also be available for XL rides. But as far as actually, you know what? This vehicle is through Drive Time, which is actually just a giant scam. So I'm just gonna skip that video. I'm gonna skip that the vehicle off this list. Next on the list is going to be an Audi A6. Which is, where is it? Oh, never mind. My mistake. It is from Carvana, so we're gonna skip that. Okay, next page. So this is right on the cusp of the top of the list for vehicles in the 20 to 30 range. My personal opinion, there are better vehicles in this price range. I would just stay away from this. It's nothing. It's not better than an XTS or a CTS in my opinion. So yeah, there's that. And then what do we have here? Oh, next on the list is a S90. Now this is a very shocking vehicle. This is a long wheelbase vehicle too. So the third row is going to have an incredible amount of space. Look at that. They have a shit ton of space here in the back. Um, the rest of the vehicle interior is not that great. I'm gonna admit that, but because this is a long wheelbase, purely off of that alone, I am putting this in my final review. And then we had a oh, that's about it. So to wrap, the vehicles that are going to be part of my final review are going to be the Lincoln Continental at 25,000, the Cadillac STS at 26,000, the Lincoln MKZ at 27,000, the Cadillac CTS at 28,000, the GLC 300 at 28,000, the Volvo at 30,000. All right, so again, these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vehicles out of the 20 to 30K range that I would use if you're just looking for to do Lux only. So, right away, just gonna compare, just looking at vehicles, the exterior. I'm knock out the Mercedes-Benz and the Volvo right out of there. It's not going to compare to the Lincolns and the Cadillacs here. Because the first thing that's going to happen is they're going to, before they even get in the vehicle, they're going to look at the exterior and like, wow, that's a nice looking car. Really, wow, this must be expensive. So I definitely value the exterior over the interior when it comes to that. So obviously the winner on this list is just out of pure price. It's going to be the Continental. 25,000. You're not going to have any problems. But between these four, I would actually say that this is going to be out of there. And so is this. I'm going to go ahead and say that the Lincoln MKZ Reserve is going to be the winner here. Or yeah, I would definitely go with the Lincoln MKZ here, just for a wow factor. The vehicle, it looks very clean. It's white. It's it's gonna look good during the day. It's gonna look good during the night. It's gonna get you there. It's gonna get you what you need. It's gonna get you the good tips. So yeah, that is it for the list of vehicles in the 20 to 30K range for bare bones entry level. I'm gonna make other videos here in the future that's gonna talk about the mid tier, the high tier, the god tier. I'm just gonna make a whole bunch of videos talking about different tiers and different ride types, and help you select vehicles based on just looks and tits potentials alone. Anyways, thank you for tuning in, and hopefully I'll see you guys around.